It'd be a pain in the butt.
It's not in yet.
Doesn't matter.
You sure?
Yeah, it's because once the stream's starting again, so comes back.
Oh, hey, Gozu. Somebody named Gozu Critic is streaming right now. It's called Fallout 4 Early Survival Guide. That's what I watched.
Yes, because you don't know how to survive.
Sure I do. You just grab a knife, shank a motherfucker, you take his shit. You find another motherfucker, you shank him, take his shit. It's pretty simple, isn't it?
Okay.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. How about that?
Oh.
Oh, that was okay. Sure.
No, I said I wonder.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
You're just as old, sir.
Bet you didn't see how it goes, did you?
You just told me that you were actually watching the stream, sir.
No, I said, should I? I didn't say I would.
You were already on there.
No, I was still on Facebook.
You know, I'm gonna be sarcastic with this guy.
Yeah, I can't wait for the
Yeah, boy.
No, I've always said every other answer, so I'm like, I'm gonna do sarcastic. Okay, so basically,
I've always been sarcastic.
okay, since you're actually watching the stream, okay, sir, what's usually your stat build on here?
Well, for me, it's always mostly strength, a little bit of like mostly agility, luck, and I think perception. That's mostly what I usually do.
Well, unlike you, sir, I'm a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And
Well,
yes, he doesn't have to actually worry about actually texting in the room. You can actually hear him. So, you,
for sure.
yes,
For sure.
yes.
For sure.
Anyways, this is the usual stat build that I go with. All across the board 4 because it actually helps out. And all they have to do is just put in a name. Just because that's usually what I go with.
That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the hall.
Hurry up, get out of here. You're annoying.
That's how it is.
No, not you.
Thanks again.
I meant the Vault Tech guy. He's annoying.
For you and
Hey,
Sean, no
I
price.
didn't say I'm not watching anymore, but I'm in there.
Good.
I have my moments.
Where are you?
Actually, oh, you don't necessarily have to always run around with the military guy. You can actually run around as Nora as well, but that story's pretty sad.
That's the one I went with. It was funny.
I know, it was
I
actually
just went around murdering people.
actually the one of the companions that actually got her to actually like Nora. It was one of the female companions. The only one that was actually pretty cool, and her story was actually one of the darkest I've actually ran into in the game.
I got all the way to where the casino is, murdered that one dude, and after that, just continued murdering people. Hi, Kat. How are you?
Hey, cat.
One was talking
I was waiting for you, and I think my bro Eddie was here, and I tried contacting him about what was going on.
I love how me and Kat are in there, but it says you have no viewers. How do you feel about that?
Okay. No.
If I may, Sean requires your personal attention.
Okay, it's been a while, so I had to like really try to remember what to do. So I haven't played this game in like forever. Anyways, I already showed my stat build, which was 4s across the board. Play with that. That way he gets excited.
Hey, how's my little guy? Much better now, huh? Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park real quick. Why don't you
Heck.
hold up?
Heck yeah. No, I'm sorry, sir. You can do the sarcastic build run. I'm not that way. I would not do that to my wife. If I... You would, and then you get smacked in the face like crazy.
Jade does some sarcastic. She'll be fine.
Sounds of explosions.
Okay, just waiting for that.
Seems to have lost contact with our affiliate stations.
Alright, contact.
We got a ruin.
We do have coming in. That's
Check on the state.
repeat confirmed reports of
Yeah, I know. I already did that, Cat. It's just I forgot that it takes a while before the baby starts crying, and you have to go check on them. But all right, yay! I am not doing the whole thing where you can actually end the game right now, but you have to run towards that bus over there if you want to just end the game right away. I actually did that one time. It was hilarious. But this is not what this stream is about. It's about showing one of the best builds through stats and perks. That way you can have, later on you can actually have 100% survival rate with no problem.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Yes, we're on the list.
Adult male,
I'm not on the
adult
list.
female.
Where is she? Oh, there she is.
Thank you.
I was like, where is she?
What's gonna happen to all
come
those
on.
people outside the gate?
Everything we can. Now keep moving.
Yeah. That's a little bit annoying. I'm not even running really fast. I'm just gonna walk. Just because it leaves Nora behind pretty badly. Alright, I'm turning around this way because in all reality, you're not supposed to be looking out where the nuclear blast is at because it could damage your eyes and everything. But in the game, you can actually look and it doesn't do anything to you. You're just like, ooh, it looks cool, which is hilarious. Oh, that initial dirt and all that stuff, that's irradiated, so it'll actually affect your sinuses, your eyesight, everything else in your system. So you'd probably wind up dying before you're in the vault for... Oh, no, because they put you in cryogenics. But when you get out of cryogenics, it'd be kind of hard to actually heal you.
We did it. We made it.
I don't know why, but
Step off the elevator and proceed up the
okay,
stairs
come
in
on.
orderly fashion.
Come on, hurry up. I want to hurry up and get through this.
Everyone's situated in your
That way I can get this started on... That way I can show everything. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, I went with this character run because I've always done the Nora run,
What now?
and I actually want to. I'm just gonna show you, no matter which character you actually use. It doesn't matter. It's just that the story gets darker between the husband and the wife. So it
Excuse me.
so it just shows like
Your fault, sir.
how tragic each line and storyline is. If anybody else has actually seen this played this game and chosen either character, you know, each one has a bad struggle. It's just that one gets it worse than the other. So, I mean, if you're not used to dark stories and all that, like, might not be the game exactly for you, but I'm used to a whole lot of different video games, so it's like, it doesn't bother me much. Just does help to figure out how to get through everything, depending on whether you play the main character or Nora.
Spoiler alert, people die.
I think a lot of people that played the Fallout games know this fact. It's just that they die in a horrible way and
Wow.
through different scenarios.
A horrible way. Just didn't say they died, but man, had to ruin the game.
Look, sir, Fallout 3 is about it.
There's Fallout
3 was actually pretty brutal. The one I regret not being able to play all the way through was Fallout New Vegas. I actually wanted to go run through that one. Fallout 2 and Fallout 1 were more of a top-bottom type game you ran through, so it was a little bit rougher to play on PC. But I mean, you can actually see what you're doing.
Murder.
Yeah, this one just goes all out, run around, kill everything, not even care. That's how you miss a lot of the story and actually be able to get through a lot of things, because certain stories lead into other stuff.
I only do that after I beat the story. Then I'll make a new save.
Okay, so you go to New Game Plus and actually go and murder everything afterwards, right? Okay.
I am retarded. What?
You just say murder everything. You didn't say exactly when you'd do it.
Yeah, I have to keep the suspense, man.
Come on! There has to be a release!
They don't want to talk to bitch.
Come on, come on, come on! Oh, God!
I gave them the death penalty.
Factions, I've never really got to that point where you can actually pick which faction, but I do know that there's a way that you can actually make peace between all the factions.
I'll find who did this,
It's called murder.
then I'll get shot.
That's your solution to everything.
There's no one.
That's your solution. Okay, so but yay! Look, I knocked down this freaking thing. Yay!
Wow, Fawn.
Take that.
You're
Take
ruining
that.
the story.
Take that. Take that. I'm better than you. Okay, so basically everyone else is dead. I'm not even gonna bother with that. How dare you fall over without me pushing you over? Okay, there ain't anything else in here, so open that. Nothing else around here. Yeah. You can just grab stuff here. I'm stealing everything just because I can. Not like they can do anything about it.
I can tell you that.
Fuck, stop acting like you're dying, sir.
Want to be dying?
No, not really.
Pretty sure.
Yep. Don't mind that. That was just a game update.
That's probably why it crashed earlier.
Figures as much. A game decided to upload because it had an update and crashed the stream. Dumb friggin'. I hate when they do that. My first weapon! Yeah. Okay, time to look for other stuff. Take that coffee cup, there ain't anything in there. Stim pack! For use as a rival. Which I can actually hold on to a whole bunch. Check that. Well, if anybody's ever played this game, you already know what's in there. A bunch of nonsense. You don't have to really worry about that. If you haven't played the game, I severely suggest to actually read it. That way you know the lore and everything of what's going on. Okay, now that I know how to crouch. And get back up. Smack. Sneak attack.
Roaches?
Yes, giant roaches. Don't be surprised.
It's a really big bug.
Yeah, radiation messed it up. See, and then you can just smack it again for it being annoying. You can actually do that to a lot of the enemies once they're dead. Just smack them around. I highly recommend it, especially if you want to wind up getting rid of a lot of stress. Stress reliever! Yeah. Alright. It's still early in the day.
For sure.
Yes. There ain't anything there. You know what? Take that. Bob pins. Definitely need that later. And just take that because the holotape's actually good for later usage. The stress reliever. In here you can actually drink the water and it's actually safe. It just doesn't help with getting rid of radiation if you wind up getting attacked by the rad roach and it winds up giving you radiation damage. So run around here, there ain't nothing around. Just that room really doesn't matter. What's up?
When you see the boho getting married, bro.
The what?
Fucking hell. So we like on my boat there was like a girl that was a huge hoe, and now she's getting married. Now I feel bad. I don't know if I should feel bad for him or like I don't know.
You know what he was getting into?
Huh?
You knew what he was getting into.
Apparently the fuck not. she got railed the fuck out.
That's her problem.
Oh my god.
Technically, it's his problem because he's stuck.
No.
Well, so much for that rat roach. She got burned.
That's everybody's fucking problem, man. Shit. God damn, she got railed out by everybody. Not just one person, like fucking.
Bye bye, rat roach.
I'm pretty sure it was like 12 fucking dudes. All at the same time. They're trying to make you
Turn around.
unique and shit.
Go away.
She's like, oh, I had a medical problem. That's why I couldn't lose weight. And I was like, damn, that fucking sucks.
Bang.
Life's a bitch, huh?
Bye bye. The only one that actually got electrocuted. I just gotta wait until that is over and done with. Grab that. Yeah, that's a waste because you don't wind up actually getting experience. Okay. Too bad I didn't find a gun yet. Because usually finding a gun actually makes it a lot easier. And schmack! Schmack! One ride. Oh well. I'll survive. Drink that. Alright, so here we go. Grab all the meds. Gun. Nope. Nope. Okay. I'll figure out how to get into the inventory and all that stuff later. Whoop. Cryo later, you can get that later. Alright, that's open. I can get out of here. Re-equip the gun. That's taken care of. Search for any available items. Everything that I'm picking up that really doesn't mean much is basically, ooh, 7 bobby pins. That is actually S plus as a starting item that you can actually find, because those will help out later. More ammo, can sell that. There's a cryolator, but it's not really that great of a gun.
I usually go with Minutemen.
Oh, faction.
Same.
The baby. They're gonna die. Nora.
Basically,
Man, fuck that baby.
basically, boom, headshot. Boom, bye-bye. Boom, bye-bye. This is why I don't need bats. It's just that dang good. Boom. See ya. Does it look like I need bats? Boom. I might not have gotten him, but boom, boom, die, boom, die. Yeah, I missed like 2 shots. Oh well, I got enough ammo. I can make up for it. Because the build I'm going with is basically what I'm going to show you, how to actually be able to survive in this game. Because once I can actually see this, it'll be boom, bye-bye. Get that. Alright, switch around everywhere for whatever you need. And you come back over here. Now is the door that was inaccessible. Very much else around here. Go. Now once you come around this way, ooh, something else comes up from out of there. But usually I go with guns, so that way you can just hurry up and just kill them right away. Come up here, grab this. You still here, cat? Don't mind the story from earlier, it was just my roommate didn't know that I was actually streaming. Or if he did, no, it was just something he really wanted to just get off his chest. Okay, so now that I can. Okay, so stim pack right away. Don't need to worry about that. Yeah. Whatever said my roommate. Whatever story he was saying, don't mind it.
Well, he said don't mind it. That just hurts my feelings a little bit. Every time you say that.
It's not for the stream. It's not for the people that are watching the stream.
Damn.
It's not for the people that are watching the stream, sir.
Watch out, bro. It's not for the street.
Look, I'm streaming this on YouTube, so it's like, well, it wouldn't even really matter because of the fact that YouTube's all about
There's
insanity and.
dude on the
Come on, hurry up!
way. Oh, okay, that's cool.
I forgot.
What the hell is it a Volt, dude?
Forgot how to jump. Oh well.
Forgot how to jump.
Hey, it's been a while.
Push the button, you know. Yeah, you push the button on, or you
Okay.
go back to the beginning. Or,
Come on, come on,
where-
come on,
It's this button to jump.
come on, hurry up!
And you want to see a cool trick? Yeah. Let me turn off the power real quick. It's in my room. Yes. Yes, I have the power to turn off the power. Dun dun dun.
I don't really care.
Are you sure?
Yep,
You haven't
because
even said it yet.
no, you're right.
Elevator and go home.
Okay, so basically,
Change your experience.
there's the stat build I went with for and everything.
What, really fucking balanced?
Yep, because I'm showing people how to actually do 100% survival rate through certain perks and certain stat build.
One, what in the hell? No. You max charisma and be a dick for them.
Remember, other people actually wind up actually making their own kinds of builds. Some people just don't know how to, don't know
But that's
certain
the thing
things.
that you, like, people who choose balance, I don't know, man. I don't trust them. You don't trust people who choose fucking a balanced experience. You either fucking max out one or level up, or like pretty much, how can I say this? Fucking,
It's
keep the fucking, the skill point through the fucking,
it's not about the stats. It's about what perks you really do need, because basically all you want is to max out stats.
I didn't even want to fucking max out charisma. Shit, I never did.
Okay. Well, anyways,
Hey,
that's for the.
fight or get 20 cred. I'm gonna fight you and take your money. Fuck you.
See if I can figure out how to get in. If I can learn how to get in the inventory. There we go. So okay. Let me see. There we go. So for perks, with points you can just go 10 in every regular stat, which is what you really want because it helps out later on. Now for perk builds. Fortune Finder, that's the first, that's one that you really need to get early. With that you can actually find more bottle caps to actually be able to use for later on. Second, Scrounger, be able to find more ammunition, that way you can actually have more ammo for your guns, that way you can survive longer. That basically, this would actually be great for my cousin James, who doesn't really rely on intelligence as one of the stats to actually go into.
You don't need smarts to shoot again.
Definitely need better criticals, because that'll help out with being able to deal with the stronger enemies and get rid of them faster. Critical banker's only good if you're actually going to wind up investing in VATS. That's something I don't really even need, because I can just down enemies that well without VATS. Again, this one's only good if you're actually going to go with VATS, which again I don't need. For Leaf Clover, again another one with that concerns with VATS, another perk that I do not need. But anybody else, if they're VAT heavy or they rely on VATS a whole lot, that's actually good to get. Ricochet, this is actually great to actually get with enemies that actually use guns. It'll actually make it to where it's it makes the enemy regret what they're doing to you. So that's really all you need in luck. Agility definitely helps out with your action points and everything to be able to if you're gonna wind up going VAT build, but you definitely need agility, that way you can run around faster and do other stuff. Now what you need from agility, definitely gunslinger if you're going to use pistols, because you need the extra damage. Yeah, I'm going through the other perks, Cat. I'm going through each one of, like, for the best 100% survival rate build. Definitely need commando, because if you wind up using automatic weapons, you do need the damage, because damage isn't that high, but ramping up the damage actually makes it to where it's more effective. Sneak, definitely do need that. You need sneak all the way, so that way you can sneak around everywhere like a ninja. One of the best perks to actually get. Mr. Sandman. This is actually a really great perk to get also when you're sneaking around during the evening and you just want to kill the enemy while they're sleeping. So it's like, it just ramps up the damage even higher. Okay. Action Boy. Action points. It definitely helps out when you're for your VATS, I believe. Moving target, definitely one you need, especially if you're like having to deal with a group of enemies that are running after you and trying to shoot you. It'll bump up your damage resistance and energy resistance from lasers and regular weapons. Ninja. Definitely need, if you want to ramp up your damage again with your ranged sneak attacks, which is your guns and whichever guns you actually use, or rocket launchers or whatever, at 2.5% normal damage, and if you sneak up on them with melee attacks, you do 4 times the damage, so you can just auto kill them right away. Quick hands, definitely needed, especially if you're going to run a gun build. Blitz, that's only if you're going to run a VAT build. I think same thing when it goes to Action Boy. That's for VATs. Gun Fu. Basically, again, if you're going to do a VATs types build. But on that, the perks I already mentioned, that's what you want to go with in agility, perk-wise. Intelligence, you definitely want that high as quickly as possible, that way you can level up faster. But also remember, you only get a certain, I'm not sure what the highest level you can get, or like how many stat points you can get, so you gotta make do with what you can get. So I mean, perks and stats, it's like it's a give or take. But intelligence, that helps with your experience, that way you can level up faster. As for perks that you want, fans, that'll help you out with being able to track your quest locations, and that's only if you like wind up getting lost and all that stuff. And that's only if you want to go straight story build. But I mean, straight story run, or if you wind up going off the beaten path and you go like exploring, you can find certain quests along the way that aren't part of the main story, but it'll actually help you find where you need to go faster. Medic. This actually helps out a lot. This is something that you definitely need right away as well, because if you take a lot more damage, you don't have to worry about wasting as many stim packs as possible. And I mean, it helps with the radiation as well, so just in case you wind up running around and you don't build up your resistances to radiation, you can clear that out faster with this perk, and you don't have to worry about using as many rataways. Gun nut. Definitely need that if you want to make better guns and get better mods for your guns, so that way they're a lot more dangerous. Hacker, another perk that you definitely need, because the higher intelligence, the better it is for you to be able to find out which word you can get, or which word it is, to be able to unlock certain computers that are behind a firewall. And basically you get like your normal computers with the firewall, and then you get your upgraded ones where you need a higher hacking skill. Scrapper. This is great, especially if you want to get like certain materials off of weapons that you don't really need, or armor that you don't need. That way you can wind up always having great materials on hand to be able to upgrade your better weapons and armor later on. Science. Again, another one that you need for your laser weaponry, so that way it does more damage. It can mess up enemies a lot faster that are not resistant to lasers. Chemist. Chemist is alright if you're gonna actually wind up using the like some of the items that give you like extra stats on hand, or that help with like better damage resistance, etc, etc, so that way it lasts longer for you, instead of the initial given time that they run, which is actually listed on whichever item you're using, like mentats, or other chems that you can actually make at the chemist desk. Robotics expert. This is actually great if you want to hack like certain robots and other stuff, to actually have as like as a shield against enemies, to be able to take them out. I mean, just in case you're like over encumbered, or you just want to like decimate everything on them in a certain area, you can hack them. Or you can like, if you get swarmed by, or if you see a bunch of enemies coming at you, you can send your robot out and just have it self-destruct and just kill everything that's running at you. Yeah, and I forgot to say that each perk actually has a certain stat requirement to be able to get like the first rank, the second rank, the third rank, the fourth rank, and the fifth rank, if it goes that high. Nuclear physicist. Again, this is great. Like if you're gonna run power armors and you're gonna run like guns that do radiation damage. great to get it like for like mid game to late game. I mean, usually I just run if my first power core like runs out, I'll still run the power suit armor and just walk it all the way back without being able to run. But if you're strong enough, stat and perk wise, you got really good armor, you're great with using either your melee weapons or your ranged weapons. You take out everything, you don't really have to worry so much. Okay, Nerd Rage. This is actually great, like if you wind up actually getting to that critical point where you're like not surviving, and you want to save that last health pack. This is actually great to use, like to be able to wipe out all the enemies. So once they're all out of the way, then you can heal. That way you don't have to worry about the Nerd Rage. And who knows, maybe when you wind up checking the bodies or checking the area that you're in, you can find more stim packs and you don't have to worry about that until you desperately need it again. So that is your intelligence build for perks. Well, my personal favorites. I'm not sure about anybody else. Charisma. This you definitely need high. That way you can get more options when you're talking to NPC characters. That way you can persuade them to give you information, get them on your side, etc, etc, etc. Okay, this is another big perk that you definitely need to get early game. Cap Collector. Because this helps you to be able to sell your items that you don't want, or if you don't run chems, you can sell those. You get a better price off of it. And when you buy stuff from the vendor, it costs less than the original price that it's going for. So it's one of the biggest perks that I recommend. It'll save you in the long run. Okay, this one goes either way, whether you're like either Nora or the main character. This one's called Lady Killer if you're running the main character. I forgot what it's called when it comes to the female character, Charming Men. But this you definitely need, especially if you're going to persuade women for dialogue, and if you actually wind up going up against them and as enemy NPCs. That's basically about it for that one. Lone Wanderer. This is a perk that can either make or break you, and is a double-edged sword. So if you're gonna do a solo run without any companions being by your side, even though you run into dog meat like super early, this can actually help you in a way, but at times the companion helps out, because if you have some stuff on you and you want to offload some of it onto your companion, you're gonna have them roam around, take some stuff back with you to any home base spot. That way you can just drop like materials and other stuff if you need to break it down later. So it's, like I said, double-edged sword, depending on how you want to, if you want to use it or not. Great thing about it is that you take 15% less damage, and your weight, how much weight you can carry is increased by 50. But like I said, downside is, well, you lose out on somebody else actually helping you out in the long run. Attack Dog. Okay. This one's great, especially if you go into bats, in order to be able to attack them in certain body parts, but it does help out when you're running dog meat either way, whether you use VATS or not. So it's recommended. That way dog meat holds on to the enemy longer, so you can just either melee hit them, or you can just shoot them with a gun if you have the ammo for it. Animal Friend. Again, hit or miss. But the downside is that you don't really get the experience points if you actually make friends with animals. It's actually up to a player's preference if they want to go with this or not. I usually don't, because it's just like, I mean, everything. Like if you're an evil NPC enemy, yeah, you're going down. Local leader. This is more like if you're gonna start doing settlements, and you run and you have like a whole bunch of people in certain areas where you can make settlements, and people, you can run supplies back and forth between all of them. I never really got too far into the game to actually deal with this, and I'm not really that great at building stuff, so usually I think this is one I wouldn't really invest in, because I usually just wind up praying to wherever any of the vendors are, and it just makes it easier. I'm pretty sure this helps out in the long run to actually get better stuff between your settlements, but it's something that I'll have to experiment with on later, but it's not really one perk that I'd actually go with early game. I think that would be more like late mid game to early end game to actually use that. Party Boy, also known as Party Girl, if you're playing Nora. This actually helps out if you actually want to use the alcohol that you find, even though some of them actually have like some negatives to stats. I usually don't use it, so it's not really something I would build and invest in. But I mean, there's probably a way to actually be able to use it with probably a different perk, but it's something I don't really use personally. Inspirational. This is definitely something you need, especially if you're running companions, because your companions will do more damage in combat and they won't be able to hurt you, so you won't be taking any damage if you accidentally get in the way. Hello.
Where do you want your food?
Thank you, sir. Ooh. I normally would have gotten up to actually go get this myself and actually make it, but since I'm on stream, I'll make it up to my cousin later. Okay, anyways, inspirational, definitely need it. That way you're not getting damaged by your companion, and they actually help you out to actually get rid of enemies faster, which you get the experience for. Wasteland Whisperer. Another one that's basically like Animal Friend, but one that I would not invest in myself. I mean, if you're a high enough level, you can just pacify it. That way you can just have it run around and go beat up something else. That would probably be that would probably be like mid game to end game to actually have that to help you out later on. So I mean, it'll like pacify the. It'll make sure that the animal or whatever it is you're fighting creature wise will not attack you. So it'll like it won't wind up going hostile until you actually attack it. Animal friend, well, that's the one where you pacify it and it actually helps you out. You run around and go beat up other stuff. Intimidation. A really great one, especially if you're going into like hidden like side mission areas, or you're going to main mission areas where there's just like a whole bunch of friggin' human enemies running around. Great one to use, that way you don't have to worry about like either killing them, and you can just go through whatever area you need to get your job done and then leave. Or you can actually wind up just using it to pacify them and be like, okay, now I'll kill you. That way you can get the first clean shot off of them. That one's like your preference on what you want to do with it. Okay. So that was your charisma build. Endurance build. Endurance, you definitely need endurance. That'll help you in the long run. Health and action points. That way you can run around and sprint. Toughness. Definitely need that. That way you take less damage from basically anything. That way you're not dying that fast. Lead belly. Another great perk to get, especially if you're nowhere. Just in case you can't find regular purified water, you can actually drink the water in the wasteland and you won't have to worry about getting radiation. I believe at max star level you get no radiation whatsoever from drinking water from anywhere. Life Giver, another perk that you want because it increases your maximum health and lets you live longer. Chem resistant. This is definitely something that you need if you're going to run a character that's that relies heavily on chems, which, like I said, it gives you a lot of great perks and buffs. So this will actually make it to where you don't get addicted by it, because you can get some bad effects from actually doing that too much. Aqua Boy / Aqua Girl. This is something definitely that you need, because there's certain areas where you need to swim in, and you don't take radiation damage from swimming, and you can and you can breathe underwater, so it makes it easier to get around everywhere. Rad resistant. Great perk because you take less radiation damage, especially when it rains out in the wild. Adamantium skeleton. Think of it like Wolverine. Definitely a great perk to get because you won't be able to get that much limb damage, so you don't have to worry about relying on using a stim pack, I believe, to recover from your limb damage, or it might be another item that does that. Don't remember.
It's a step back.
Huh?
It's a step back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my cousin James just confirmed that it's a stim pack that actually recovers you from limb damage. The less limb damage you have, you take on, the better it is. You can just walk around. You can just walk around or run around with.
It was in like Fallout 3.
Yeah, it's the same
I
thing.
don't remember if it's the same in Fallout 4.
But it still helps preventing you from actually having limb damage where you're like limping around like crazy. Cannibal, definitely a perk you need, especially if you don't have stim packs. So if you kill a human opponent, be sure you rate their body first. Make sure they don't have anything on them. And then eat their corpse so that way you gain health back. That's the only cannibalism that I will support because it's on a video game and pretty much, I mean, it helps you out in the game. Ghoulish. So if you don't want to run the builds to actually reduce your radiation, this is actually a great one to get because you're still human, but if you gain any radiation, it restores whatever health you've lost all the way up until it's like filled. Solar powered. It is a great build, especially if you're going to wind up running around in the morning. And it helps with being able to carry stuff and actually be able to deal more damage melee wise. Well, with your melee weapons. Okay, so that was your endurance perks. Perception perks. And this is great if you want to run a VAT build where you can target any part of the body. There are some perks that you actually do need from this, but I mean, that's basically what I'd go with. Okay, so definitely need pickpocket, because once you max that out, you can pickpocket everybody, no problem. And it helps with being able to just like, okay, go over and go sell all that stuff, or if it's materials that you need for building better weapons, armor, your power armor, that's the way to go. Rifleman, another great perk to get because it helps with your rifles and that way you can kill stuff from a distance. Especially if you want to be sneaky like me.
I mean, those are always my thing.
Oh yeah. The quicker you can take out the enemies from a distance, the safer you are when you actually go into the area where you're going to try to traverse through. And then you can just go to your pistols and just start murdering everything with your pistol perk. Your awareness. That's great for actual VATs. When you're targeting certain body parts. Not something I'd run because again, I don't need that. I just never really relied on it. I played too many shooter games that didn't have anything like that, so I'm like, I'm a great shot. Locksmith. Something you definitely... Don't you give me that. I played enough shooter games. Okay. When it comes to Call of Duty...
But you didn't talk, so...
When it comes to Call of Duty and other stuff like that, no. Because you're running up against human opponents. This is NPC AI run opponents. I've already learned how to read their movements and everything. I know what to go for. And the AI does not cheat. Unlike people that play multiplayer games.
I'm tempted to put you on veteran mode in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Against the AI?
You're gonna die.
We'll talk about that later, sir. Right now, I'm talking about this.
Sure.
Yes. So, Locksmith, you definitely want this. So that way you can break into, like...
Anything that's locked.
Anything that's locked, like... safes and all that. Because there's a certain tier level that you need in order to be able to unlock them. So, again, definitely great if you actually want to get inside to get better stuff that are inside, better stuff that's hidden inside those safety boxes and other stuff. Demolition expert. Now, you can have Molotovs and all these and grenades and landmines and all this other stuff. If you want to be that kind of build, this is what you definitely need.
Chaos.
This is your chaos build right here. So you can go to the chemistry station with all the materials you can get. You can have Molotovs and all that. You can just like totally decimate groups of enemies like in an instant. Or you can lure them into traps too. Definitely something you need if you're gonna go that route. Under perception. Now let's see. You're a night person. Now, this is also another great perk that you're gonna have to run with the your solar powered. Because solar powered, you'll get your strength and endurance between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., which will help keep you alive fast a lot longer. With night person, you get 2 to your intelligence and perception, which will help with gaining levels and being able to use like your VATS a lot more effectively. I believe it also helps with being able to get to your perks a lot faster. Okay, refractor, a definite yes that you definitely need. Also, when you get to around, I believe, mid game where you actually run into energy weapons, so that way you're not dying so fast. Unless you have a specific armor build that can soak up a lot of energy damage, then you don't really have to worry. So that one's like a 50-50 if I go with it, but I mean I go with armor builds to be able to survive. So by the time I get to that point, I'm like, I don't have to worry. I usually shoot everything from a distance anyways, so it makes it easier for me to survive. Now this is a great perk to have, especially if you're going to be long distance sniper. So basically when you're using a sniper with a scope or without one, I believe if you press L3 to be able to hold your breath and all that, your character is way more steady and you can actually get your shots off to be able to kill stuff. But that's like kind of helps with late game, mid to late game, especially if you're fighting like creatures that are a lot stronger than what you've already run into. Penetrator, that's great if you're going to use VATS, but downside is that your accuracy actually goes down. So the way you use this one is you want a high accuracy build for your weapons, so that way when you use Penetrator, if you get the decrease in accuracy, if your accuracy is really high, it won't matter that much. Concentrated fire, again, only for VATS. When you're actually targeting body parts and all that, it upgrades the accuracy depending on how far you are from the target. So that's your perception build from my point of view. But then again, you can go with whatever you want. Okay, your strength build, that helps with physical power for melee attacks, how much you can carry when you're running around, and that's about it for that one. So if you're gonna wind up running a Leroy Jenkins build where you're not relying on guns or melee weapons, you can actually punch everything to death. But make sure you have a really great power armor build. because you can still die really, really fast. Okay, big leagues. Now, if you're gonna run a melee build with like baseball bats, fist weapons, swords, knives, etc., etc., that's what you want to actually get more damage out of it. Definitely one of the most recommended to get out of strength, armor, because that'll help you actually make better armor with better resistance to radiation, melee regular damage, radiation damage, energy damage, etc., etc., for your armor and your power armor. Blacksmith. Again, this is only if you want to focus on your melee weapons to make them better and stronger for up close attacks. Me, I don't really rely on that because of the fact that I usually just shoot everything half to death, either from a distance or if they're about as close as possible, pistol or shotgun. Heavy gunner. This actually helps out when you get your power armor build and you actually have the railgun that goes along with it. That'll help you do way more damage with the heavy guns. That way you can wipe out like a mob of enemies pretty quickly. Your strong back. Another perk that you need, especially if you want to wind up carrying way more weight than you're used to. Just helps out in the long run. Especially if you're like me, super pack mule, run around with everything where you're at that critical point where you're over encumbered, but you can still move. But there's a reason why I do that. But that's for later. Steady aim. It is great if you're gonna use hip fire for like pistols, shotguns, anything like up close and personal, gun wise. It makes it a lot easier to be able to just pick it up, shoot, and you actually hit your target. Basher. Great if you want to use your ranged weapon as a melee weapon. You can actually get bayonets on freaking rifles, and or you can get a knife on your pistol. So, I mean, just in case you need to do damage up close and you don't have any ammo, there's a way to go. Rooted. This is great if you're gonna do like a melee unarmored build, because if you're standing in one spot and everything's come running at you, you get better damage resistance to melee and unarmed attacks from like your zombies, your human targets that come and beat you up with melee weapons, animals that just use their melee attacks from whatever their mandibles, their claws, whatever else they use in order to hit you. Okay, and then last but not least, Pain Train. This is great if you're gonna run a power arm build. That way you can just like stun your enemies, like humans, Mirelurks, anything that's not a robot, or like the oh, what's that freaking monster called though? Well, you get what I mean. So that's what you want to get from, or that's what I would get from the strength build. Now, first off, with the first few points that you can actually get when you level, first one to always get, since you're at even build 44444, First point you want to put into when you gain a level, Scrounger. More ammunition you have, the better off you are if you're going to use a gun build. That way you can last longer. And I mean, if you get to the point where there's certain guns that you don't use and you have too much ammo, you can just sell the ammo. Once you get your next point from your next level, Fortune Finder. That way you can get more battle caps. And then once you gain your third level, you want to go straight into Cap Collector, because that'll help with your buying and your selling to vendors. So with that, you can actually be able to last a little bit longer the way you go. So when you get more points, you can still do the same thing. Stay around your like the first starting areas. That way you can build a little bit easier on these till you can't upgrade anymore. Then after that, you can go straight into your medic build. That way you can last longer. You don't have to worry about using so many stim packs or rataways. Then you're usually using pistols and rifles, so you want to get Gunslinger, and you want to get Rifleman. That way you can deal more damage, and with all the ammo you get, you can actually be able to get in a lot more shots and everything. After that, you want to upgrade your pickpocket. Well, not pickpocket, wrong one. Yeah, that's mod, so that really doesn't help out. I mean, you could just mod and like be able to have and that's if you're playing on Steam, or if you wind up running mods through Xbox or PS4, but you don't, that makes it to where you can't really get your trophies. But this is actually a build that I would recommend first off for people that are not running mods and just running this game normally. If anything, you might want to do sneak instead of pickpocket. That way you can sneak around a lot easier on your enemies. Let me see. Then definitely want hackers, so that way you can hack into stuff a little bit faster. Same thing with locksmith. You want to be able to get that. That way you can open up stuff. You definitely want to put points in. You definitely want point in armor. I see. Then. And then after you put in a point in each one of those that I recommended, then you can go with putting points in your normal stats. That way you can unlock everything further down the line, and you can go from there on whatever build you want to go with to be able to help you out later on. And when you get higher level, you can start putting more points in the first starting recommended build. That way you can survive a lot faster and a lot longer. So that's everything for that. Now on to the main game. Sorry that took a while, but that will definitely help out. Oh yeah, depending on your stat build, yeah, you get a random number generator where depends on what you find inside like your loot boxes to help you out later on with either materials so you can craft stuff or upgrade stuff, or items so that way you can survive a lot longer. But since we are running a non-mod build, normally if I was, just for the hilariousness, I'd actually run over there to go do something real quick. But this is not that kind of run. So you come over here, grab whatever you need. Yay, my first cap. More ammo, which means I can actually survive longer with weapons. And the only reason why I say don't run all over here to go over there, because you have no armor and you can easily die right away. Unless you're like my cousin Leroy Jenkins over there, just to see what you can do. But again, this is not the kind of stream that I'm actually running. So let's get this out of the way. So yeah, I know. So run. Yeah, there's your action points right there. It means like there's only a certain amount that you have. So it helps to. It actually helps where you can run a lot longer and faster, or a lot longer to get to areas. So yeah, I made it to Sanctuary. First off, always check these. First house. It doesn't matter which way you actually go. Or usually I go back that way, but for this run I'm going this way. So always crouch, go into hidden mode, line up your shot, auto kill. It makes it easier for me to get them out of the way. Not sure what else is in here, which is probably another rat roach, but not sure where it's at. There it is. Now again, normally I can get that shot off to actually kill him like right away. But again, there we go. Oh, so, I mean, yeah, it was a waste of like a lot of ammo. Which doesn't really help, but I mean, with the stop build, with the build that I just showed, like you're starting off, where to put your starting off points, it definitely helps, because you can actually wind up getting just tons of ammo later on, and you can make up your difference of wasted ammo. Okay. That's why this is my kind of recommended build, because you just survive longer, even if you make a mistake. Okay, here's your first suitcase. This one's like your novice, which it's really nothing you have to worry about. This is why when you get bobby pins, the depending on how you put your stats, there's like a certain percent. Your RNG is actually good to see how much you get of certain items and which items. Yeah, that's why I always do it like that, instead of like, gotta be very careful and be very cautious on how you use your bobby pins, because there's times where you barely get like one bobby pin and you have to make that last. But since I got 8, I mean, I could have been reckless with that first one, but I usually don't, and I usually save all the bobby pins as much as possible for later on. Okay, normally there's usually stuff in here. I believe there's stuff back here, if I remember correctly, somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Okay, pick that up. Nothing else around here. Nothing in there. Okay, so that's first house. Okay, so come over here. Secondary house. There ain't nothing in there. You okay? Oh, he's watching something. I thought he was choking on something or whatnot. I gotta check on my cousin. So pick that up. There's usually items. Ooh. This is a great find. Extra bottle caps and extra bobby pins. That helps for later on, again. When you're gonna do pickpocketing. Grab that from in there. Grab the other pistol, because you can get extra ammo from it. Nothing in there. I grabbed what was in there. Like I said, everything's RNG when it comes to like your loot boxes and whatnot. Okay, so for people that don't know about this, or like usually even I messed up first time I played this, first thing you want to do, you want to disarm the makeshift bomb. Then you want to disarm the tension trigger, and you wind up getting a lot of different materials from that, so that way you can use those later on. Because if you were to like hack this to open this, or you can actually just unlock it yourself, which if you did that, you'd set off the bomb and you'd actually take damage. So you want to get rid of the makeshift bomb, grab the materials off of that, get rid of the tension wire again, get more materials from that. Then you want to unlock the safe. Go slowly. Sometimes you can actually get it on the first try. Nope. So I was close enough. But look at all this stuff that you can get right away. 38mm rounds. Remember all the rounds I actually wound up wasting? I just made those back. Get a pipe pistol, break that down. Pre-war money, you can break that down for materials. Again, that you can break down for materials. So, again, you don't have to worry about taking damage from the bomb. And then you can come over here for an extra special surprise. Since you wind up getting experience off of opening the safe, you can actually hack the terminal. Oh, and if you can this is why you need an intelligence, because this actually helps out with being able to get the right word. So there's, oh yeah, yeah. So basically with that, okay, so you only get 4 chances to actually get this right, depending on your intelligence. And it also helps out with certain hidden things that you can do on this. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 words that you can go with. Now, the way I do this is I will select 3 random words and I will memorize which ones had something and which ones didn't have something. So I will go on the right side. I'll go with boys first. Now that was a lucky pick, so I didn't have to worry about wasting anything. Now if you guess the word wrong, you just go on the next one and then the next one. And then you'll run across the screen and there's like little parentheses or little squared boxes that you can run into, or the little triangles on the sides. You can run across those and that'll have like a certain area where you can actually either reset your tries to max, and it will get rid of words that are not viable to the password. That's why I usually just wind up going through certain words, see what it is. That way, if I miss my 3 tries, then I go through all that list of the parentheses, the little square box things, and the little triangle things on each end facing right and left, and I'll use those to get rid of the words, and hopefully it gets rid of words that you haven't used. But there's times where you actually it'll get rid of a word that you already went through, so makes it a little bit rough when you get extra words left over. But that's why you get your tries reset, because once you get rid of all the words that you can and you get your tries reset, you just go back over what's left to try to find what you need. But this just talks about people wanting to get chems and all that stuff, so don't really need that. But with unlocking the terminal, you get more experience. So this is why I said you want foreign intelligence, because usually that helps you out with getting extra experience along the way. So that's it for this part. Speaking of which, we go back here. You can go out to that area if you want, but I would not highly recommend it right now. Starting out, here's your chem station. So this is where you make your drugs. I said, you make berry mentats. This is for like I said, the chems. You can wind up using that one perk that actually gives you resistances to chems, so that way you don't it doesn't mess you up in the long run. Like I say, it gives you a lot of great stats to be able to be stronger, barter with the vendors, slow down time, get more stats, more damage, less damage, more AP regen. Yeah, so that definitely helps later on, especially when you get a lot. And also, this is where your demolitions expert actually comes into play, because you can use all this to be able to do tons of damage to your enemies. Here you, like I said, depending on like materials which you need to bring back, you can actually start making this to help with not getting rads for a certain amount of time. Get rid of rads. This is great, like when you got a whole bunch of rads and you got addictions to all your chems. But if you got that one perk that actually like restores your health through radiation, this does not help. But if you wind up finding it, you can just sell it out later on, especially if you go with the radiation healing and not being affected by your addictions. This is for robots when you can get them later and make them. This I would actually just wind up this is something that you'd actually want to just find and sell later on. I mean, if you can like wind up just getting a whole bunch of like materials where you don't get in a pinch, you can actually use this to make these and sell them off. Best way to actually make your stim packs. And you need a lot of antiseptic, which is actually one of the sometimes one of the hardest materials to find, along with duct tape. Well, yeah, that's all you can do there. Your mines, again, for your demolitions expert. Syringe ammo, you can actually find a syringer gun and all these do like weird effects to the enemy. Never really used one, but I actually did find one in Fallout 76, so I haven't really tried it. But I know there's ooh. This is actually one you want to get, especially if you're going to use the syringer ammo and the syringer. Just give them bloatfly larvae, that way you can just like stick them with it, kill them, and then if you get if it winds up spawning the bloatfly, you can just kill it for extra experience and actually get bloatfly meat. That way you can just cook it later on, get experience from that, and actually have it on hand to actually restore HP. This is actually great too, especially if you got like stronger enemies that you're running into and you just like need a little bit of time to either escape or try to deal damage to them. Always great to paralyze. This is actually great if you actually want to escape. This is a pacifist type weapon, syringe. It is great if you actually want to deal fast damage, that way you can kill the enemy faster. That's not really good, especially since you make the target run away, which means the only way you'll actually make this effective is if you're going to be a long-range sniper, and you have to actually do that pretty fast. So reaction time. Utility, all you really get out of it is just oil and steel, which you can find easily everywhere. So it's really not something you want to make. And your purified water is actually what you need quite a bit. So that's it for this. So coming to this house, I believe I already got, oh yeah, I already got everything from here. So leave this house. You can literally scrap a lot of this stuff just for materials right away. I think there's an enemy here. Yep. Now. Jerk. Okay, so I've been taking that. I took damage and stuff. I don't really care. Pretty much I got... Jerk.
I threw a great shot against AI.
Look, sir. Okay. Like, I was shooting at it at an angle. It was like right here. So it could, the bullet could have bounced off of this pole because I was aiming at a bad angle.
As far as I remember, like,
anyways,
maybe one enemy per house.
Oh yeah, the blowflies are way further in the back. Anyways, like I said, even if I do waste ammo, the fast build, the starting build that I actually came up with actually makes it to where you don't even have to worry about losing bullets along the way, because you can actually find a lot of stuff later on.
And you can literally make bullets.
Usually there's stim packs in there at times. Just like I said, depends on RNG or your random number generator on what you actually find and what you get, and if there's anything even there. So there's it, and there's that for that's it for that. Ooh, your cooking station. So that's mainly for your alcohol. You can actually find that out anywhere and just sell it later on. Doesn't really make sense to use your muck fruit, your Nuka-Cola, and your whiskey to make it, because Nuka-Cola, it's a weight. That's a huge waste, because you can drink that and actually get one bottle cap off of each one that you drink to actually heal. Purified water, you can get dirty water like pretty constantly. But you can make purified water here. This is where you can actually make most of your experience also, because hey, I can make all this stuff. That way you can get fast XP making. So yay, 11 more experience. Nothing else I can make, but you can find like everything else later on when you're running enemies and stuff. Your soups. These are actually good because some of them actually help out with health, and this one actually helps out with your energy resistance, just in case you run in an area where they're using lasers and stuff. I did not know about this. It looks like they upgraded this because I never knew about the squirrel stew. But 2% experience gain for 2 hours, that's actually really great. Oh wait, forgot one more. Vegetable soup. Rad resistance. Great, like if you're running around in certain areas and you're getting hit with rads. Utility. When you make settlements, and you can make the corn, the mud fruit, and potatoes, and you can just find dirty water, or actually, I think you can actually bottle dirty water, if I remember correctly, on here. But with the dirty water, you can just go over here and just make so much purified water from the dirty water, and then you can just use all that to make vegetable starch. That way you can make 5 adhesive to actually make your stim packs at the chem station. What, sir? People have to know.
For sure.
Yes, this is why I'm saying 100% survival rate build, because you gotta make sure.
Oh,
Yes, 100% survival rate.
that sounds dangerous.
Maybe to you because you're just all about that Leroy Jenkins go murder stuff, and if you wind up dying, oh well, you just get back up. You just get back up somewhere else. That's not usually how I do that. I'm more meticulous, and I usually think ahead on all this. So there's that. Now, usually don't talk to Codsworth right away. There's a lot of stuff that you got to do before you start talking to Codsworth. So this is where our main hub will be. Now, you want to transfer everything that you got. There you go, straight in here. So all your junk goes in there. So if in case you want to build anything or you want to craft something, it's all right there. That way you can use it right away. Best place to actually store stuff. But you got to remember that if you store everything in this workshop, it won't appear in other workshops. Okay, so there's that. Now you want to go in the workshop. Now you don't necessarily have to build anything, but you can. So I'm going to do this real quick. So scrap that. You can scrap that. You don't have to worry about putting it in there. Yeah, you definitely want to just scrap all this useless stuff. These you don't want to scrap because of the fact that they can spawn items later on. Easy wood for later on when you cook. You can get rid of the house, and it gives you a bunch of items. I did not really check to see what you actually got, but that's steel. Like, get that wood. You don't need the street lamp. You can do that later. You can make new ones later. But yeah, you get steel, rubber, a fuse, broken light bulb. So that helps with items. Again, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Ooh, look. That I'll pick up later. Just can leave it right there. That way I can see it. This you can scrap. Quick steel. Oh, you know what? I didn't even check those, so I'm not gonna even bother scrapping that. Scrap the tires, scrap the car, scrap that wheel. Okay, the ruined house. You get steel, wood, concrete, and rubber. That's great for later on. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that wood. Also, since that first, and get rid of that stuff. Get rid of that. So since that house I showed you is your main hub, get rid of that stump. And this is actually what you want to do. You want to grab this and you want to walk it all the way back. So you want to turn it around, not that way, because I don't think that's the way it's supposed to look. That's not the house. So you go back to this house and usually put it right there. No, I gotta pick it up, move it a bit further this way. So I'm not sure if I'm actually facing right, but get out of there. See, and then you got your chemistry set right here next to the rest of your hub. It makes it easier to be able to like just come straight here and you can just start crafting everything and it's all in one area. Oh, that's another thing I forgot. So besides that, scrap that. You come running all the way back over here. Get rid of that, 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 get rid of the bathtub because it's all broken anyways. And don't really, I mean you could have just taken it back, but I'm like, why bother? You get your cooking station and you run it all the way back to the same area. That way you're not having to go to every different little spot in order to be able to have everything there. Normally I just put it like right here. That is just close by. Scrap that, scrap that. And that's your weapons, that's your armor, that's your chems. Weapon, armor, chems, power armor, and your food. That's your workshop. Makes it so much easier. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Definitely get rid of that. Get rid of that. That stays there. You don't need that. Don't need that. That I'll leave alone. That you can get rid of. That you can get rid of. And then what you can do is pick that up. I can leave that right there so it's closer. Don't need the cinder blocks. Nope. Pick that up. Turn it around. Okay. Now I can just put it right there and everything's in this area. So now I can get out of that. So I will search. I'll search that. Take all that. Come back over here. Now this is a shortcut to get back over here. Take that. Nothing in there. believe I got it. Yeah, I got everything from here. Huh. I guess the easier way, instead of having to run back to the workshop and use it itself.
Yo, fam. Alright. Oh, sorry. Name this movie. Just by looking at that. Just by looking at that. Name that movie.
Honestly, I wish I knew.
Press play. Don't say it as soon as you get it. Just pass me the phone. One, name this movie real quick. Just off of that. Name that movie.
Fast and Furious, but I don't know which
You
number.
sure?
That's what I'm guessing.
Just off of that. Just off of that.
Yes.
Off the dark mood setting of this movie, the dark contrast, you think this is a Fast and Furious movie?
Yes, it could be one of them.
Fuck no, it's not. It's John Wick, bitch.
Depends on which John Wick movie.
The first one.
Never saw it. I only saw the third one.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Who skips?
Who skips it?
What the hell is...
Me, because I never actually wound up being able to go out actually see movies since I was with my mom taking care of her all the
You
time.
don't have to. You can download it at any time for free. It's John Wick. Well,
How would I be able to download it? I don't know of any apps that can do that.
I probably gonna send you a
You
DVD
were
copy
not
of that shit.
you were not here at the time. You were still in the military.
Message me. You know, one of those things everybody else surprisingly didn't do.
Yeah, Fawn.
Actually, I did message you. I just never bothered asking about movies. I really never bothered asking about movies. So leave that there.
God, dude, what fucking pissed me off about that shit is someone literally says, "What's the name of this fucking movie?" in the caption.
What?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Who are you?
Wow, that is weird. Okay. Alright.
I need to assign someone to this.
Yeah, no you don't.
I need to assign someone to this.
Not really. Just grab everything. Oh, at least I can say I actually took a guess at that movie. Again, yes, it must be horrible to you guys. I never saw the first John Wick movie. Even look, sir, I never bothered with movies that much. I was just like, you know what? When I get the chance and I have the money, I'll actually be able to watch that. But I was literally trying to take care of myself and other people, so I never really had the actual funds to make sure I could actually look after myself. The only time I did have that was when I was at my mom's. So excuse me if I didn't have the money or the time for that. I don't care.
You could have rented it from the red box.
Again, what time did I have? I worked the mid shift, sir.
So?
And I worked night shift.
Oh?
I am not like you where I'll spend like 95% of the day being active and then sleep for like 5% of the day.
Wow.
I am not that psychotic.
Are you trying to call me a fucking nut job? What the fuck, man? I mean, you're not wrong, but still, it's kind of fun.
When I actually have the time and I can actually be able to make sure I'm able to do what I need to do and have that luxury of enjoyment, then I'll wind up making sure I'm taken care of. But always had other people that I had to worry about.
You can do that later.
Bam.
Just don't fuck up.
Bam. Ah, you jerk. You moved. You're not supposed to move.
You fucking do it. You're an asshole.
Hey, Jared.
What?
Oh,
I'm back at it.
really? No. No, Codsworth. No.
What bad cops work?
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, don't steal my freaking XP, you darn fool.
You son of a bitch.
Jeez. This is why Codsworth is not one that I actually run around with. He'll wind up running in front of you, take out everything. You're trying to make sure you get experience and whatnot, and he decides, oh, I'm just gonna run right in front of you, I'll take damage and then get mad at you later. No, sir. That's not how it works. Nope. Ah, okay. So not as far? Okay, so I lost one bobby pin, yay. Out of 12. But, yep, see, that's what I said, you can get a lot of stuff. So, get another 16 rounds for my pistol. So, instead of being lower, I actually have like 93. So, all that wasted effort just wound up getting replaced. Let's see. Anything there? Take that, take that. So that's taken care of. Oh, Codsworth. Why you do this? Okay, so he's out of the way. Got what I needed from there. Ah, this is the place I was thinking of, the root cellar. This could actually be another hub that you can actually use to be able to use if you want to. But normally I just go with the house. The house is way better and you have everything else like right there. Get that. Don't mind the noise. So get that, all of that, all of that, that, all that helps. All of that will help out later. That I already saw the drink and all those. Ooh, 45 rounds. Cheese, gold bar, can beer bottle. Duct tape is one thing that you do have. The extra gold bar. See, you need to get to your advanced level, that way you can unlock that later. So I said you... But that's everything you can grab here. Oh wait. Those... You can turn on the radio if you want. So you leave that area. Reason why you don't ever want your companion to run around with you to actually take out stuff. especially if it's Codsworth. Like right away, you lose out on experience. But like I said, with what I did earlier, I actually made up that difference. Slightly made it up. Not completely, but it's the least you can wind up trying to do. Extinguisher. Another TV dinner tray. There's a lot of areas that you can fix up and whatnot, but I do not have the time for it. Cat. Yeah, another thing about the first step going into the cat into the caps later on is that it helps out. Nothing in the desk. Nothing in the dresser. That does not help. Nothing there. Nothing there. Radio. Nothing there. Come in this room. Nothing here. So, just leave this house. Come over here. You break this down because it doesn't help. Normally there's stuff in the mailbox. I believe I'm over. Oh no, I'm not over encumbered. Break all that down. More materials. Normally I'd use a rifle for this place, but since I don't have one, boom, that's dead. They don't know what's going on. Well, now they do. So get that. Yeah, I got one more ride. Ooh, like that's gonna hurt me. Huh? A bloat fly with a kickball. That's pretty sus. Okay. We're not talking. Smarmy remarks from my cousin. I don't care if that thing's athletic or not. I'm just surprised it actually had a kickball inside it. So what? You're trying to say that the bloatfly's brains was made out of a kickball? That's kind of sus. Normally there's stuff in there. I believe this is where, yeah, this is where one of the hidden safes is. Nope. Gotta go a little bit more. A little bit more. Got that.
That's it.
Got more ammo rounds, so that always helps. And yay, leveled up. So, like I said, perk chart. Level up. First one. Scrounger. First one you want. That way you can get more ammo along the way. That always helps out, so that way you can survive longer with way more ammo. Huh. Oh yeah, certain clothing builds actually help you out with getting more points to your stats. That way you can unlock stuff later on. The thing in the mailbox. Come back this way. Go inside your own house before you talk to Codsworth. Lamp. There it is. That was what I was looking for. Everything that you used to have here is gone. Ooh, that actually helps. This is basically what I was talking about. This can actually help ramp up your critical hits with unarmed and melee weapons, especially if you're gonna like run around and well, like just be a monk or like regular melee weapon build. Surprised it actually survived. Oh yeah. No more coffee in that. That hurts. Most of what was here is already gone.
Yeah, no coffee for you.
Shit, coffee got nuked. Oh, I didn't even notice there was a tea kettle down there.
Okay, what was the tea kettle right there?
It's kind of sad that everything else that was in here is gone. Would have helped with all the food and whatnot. Ooh, Mr. Handy Fuel. Normally there's stuff in these, but again, your random number generator actually picks and chooses what you can and can't find in certain loot areas. So you come over here and get that. There's nothing there. Nothing there. Yes, I will talk to you in a little bit, Codsworth. Please stop and not interrupting. And get that from there. No, I'm just trying to grab stuff. I'll be right there with you, Codsworth. Calm down. Jeez. Get those because you need that for materials. Duck. Get your special. Improve one stat. Going with strength because I need more strength to be able to haul into more stuff later. Normally I pick something else, but right now it's I'll go with strength. The more you can hold, the better off you are. So come back over here, go into the workshop, transfer all your junk again, so you're not hindered. Another thing is I don't really like mess with certain stuff. So got that candles right there.
Anti-camper squad here reporting for duty.
Okay, close that.
Dude, these motherfuckers held up into a fucking building right next to our fucking our castle, whatever the fuck it's called, our HQ. So that shit was lighting them up and everything. So they fucking camped there. One was watching stairs, the other one was like fucking trying to go up the ladder. I go up, the fucking dude behind me kills me. I'm like, motherfucker. So I'm like, okay. I land there again.
Just tending the garden, sir. Though it is hard to be a green thumb when you lack the requisite digit, I'm afraid.
I'm being a baby.
They don't need to listen to that.
No,
Okay.
watching is hurt.
Sir?
Yeah, but other people can still watch it later.
Don't be
Okay, so
That is true. I'll watch it later. I'll watch it later. No, I'm kidding. I don't play fucking Fallout. Not anymore.
I don't know why. I always went with X.
which one?
X. You're still here. That's the same one I've always been with.
But of course I'm still
Like,
here.
what the fuck, Woodward? You're still here? Go home.
Radiation. Deter the pride of General Atomics International. What you see the worse for wear. Best not let the wife see you in that state. That is the
Turning up the volume on the TV doesn't make the sound louder. You do that through your microphone settings.
They killed her.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a
Is that better?
yes.
There's usually the everything, all the dialogue options I go with.
I bless you.
Sean's been kidnapped. I'm going to find him. I'm going to get my son back.
It's worse than I thought.
You know what's so weird? I've never made my own song.
Hunger-induced paranoia. That's hilarious.
I have. That's what I used to do.
Huh?
That's what I used to do.
Yeah, I've always wanted to. Like, actual. Like, you know, like, sometimes. What is it? Before, when you actually have to grind
Dang.
up your fucking coffee and shit, that's the way I want to do it.
Same.
Oh God,
If I could ever find one, that's what I'm doing.
Huh?
So if I could ever find one,
Finally, what?
that is hilarious. 2 centuries late for dinner.
glider.
Huh?
The glider.
Oh, the grinder? Oh, dude, it's not that hard to find.
Here we go.
I'm pretty sure you can find one of those shits at Target or fucking Walmart.
There you go.
You're acting a little bit.
This is why I go with
What's wrong?
equal build through every stat.
Centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the flaws
Oh, boo-hoo.
get me started. Fertility and dusting up the land.
You can't do much about it. Ah, you don't polish the car, you just scrap it. Just say,
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't have anything, sir. The bombs came, all of you left in such a hurry. I thought, sir, you and your family were dead.
I'm surprised he actually has emotions programmed in.
I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. Then, everything happened.
Yeah, it's a different one when it comes to, like, if you're playing Nora.
Thank you, Todd.
You're welcome. And I'm feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? Mrs. and young Sean may turn up dead.
No.
Codsworth. I already looked. They're not here.
They're really gone, aren't they?
Yep.
Sir,
Pretty sad.
Sean's out there, Codsworth. We need to find him.
What about Concord, sir? Any people there? Last I checked, they only covered me with sticks a few times before I had to run back home.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir. You'll find young Shaw.
No, I press triangle for that one, but I already know what's going on. Okay, so everything's done here, yay. Anyways, what was I looking for? Oh yeah. Okay, since this is your main hub, since you got this dresser, this suitcase, and this dresser, or this cabinet here. Okay, so basically, usually for this cabinet, I always put all the clothes there that I really don't need, or so, but I could use later on, especially if I need it for a certain stat increase, like charisma, in order to be able to get better talking options. Again, the fashionable glasses for charisma to get better talking options. Luck. I believe I can. I'm not sure if I can actually wear that when it comes to. Oh no, that's kind of like armor. That's only if you get like, if you're able to get to certain places where it's cleared and you can actually use it. Again, more charisma. Charisma. These I can sell later on. Intelligence, that'll I wonder. Those I'll put in there. You know what? Since I got lucky enough to get, dang it, there we go. Since I was lucky enough to actually get the apparel, I'm putting that on. More intelligence means I can actually get more experience now, even though it offers no protection whatsoever, but it's better than the vault suit because it only helps with energy and radiation. Does not help with damage resistance. So weapons. Okay, so not the suitcase. This dresser. Normally this is where I put all the weapons. Suitcase. Wait. Go back in here. Throw that back in there. Come back over here. Transfer into the suitcase. That I can put my aid, so put the buff out in there because I don't need that. The gourd because I don't need that right now. I mean, I could use it for like to eat, but it gives rads, something I don't need. That I can put in there because it gives rads. Same thing with those. Bubblegum I'll put in there. Same with that because it gives rads. Those because don't do with alcohol. Throw that in there. Throw the jet in there because I don't need it. Don't need that. Put those in there. keep the Nuka Cherry. No, I don't need those right now. Don't need those. Purified water I'm going to keep on hand. Salisbury steak I don't need. Chicken bombs I don't need. That I don't need. Normally this is all I actually take. So there's that. So that's usually what I use to actually hide stuff in. Now that, and for this, this is where I'll put all my rounds. 'Cause I don't need the 38 rounds, I don't need the 45 rounds, and I don't need the shotgun shells. And normally if those like one, normally I usually clear this out and I actually put another, like, oh, you know what? I can do that right now. So go to the workshop. Stores? Is that it? No. Crafting. No. Raider? No. Not resource, not defense. Power. Furniture? Containers, I believe. There we go. Safe container. So, you normally, with this, I don't know why it's so dang freaking close, but can put it right here. Now that I made that, don't need to worry about that. Go to this container, and then I'll put all this stuff in there. Not like the well, not like that and this have any weight to it, but surprised that you can actually sell that, which is weird. But so get that out of the way. So now we got everything we need. So now we leave from here. Well, once I can actually gain another level, that'll be the next point I'll put in is Fortune Finder, that way I can get more caps, as you definitely need that later. Oh yeah, I already got what was in here. So, since you're running a normal, if you're doing a normal run, this is how you actually want to do this. So, again, actually got lucky getting 2 stim packs out of this. Short double barrel shotgun is great for your, like up close and personal. Drifter's outfit. Now the Drifter's outfit, what sucks is that if you're gonna wind up wearing that, you get 1 each area as defense. You get 7 to your energy resistance, but you lose your intelligence from this. So I'm not gonna wear it right now. Normally, if I didn't get the lab coat, I would actually put on the Drifter clothing for defense. So take the Tyrant, take the mongrel meat, because you can use that later. Come up here, search this bag. Like I said, it's all random what you actually get from it. This would be your next stop, Red Rocket. You meet dog meat. You You fight a bunch of mole rats there. There's other little areas that you can go into. Oh, and also thanks for letting me know about that extra vault suit on the left. So sometimes I actually wind up forgetting about that. But yeah, this is how I usually start out my Fallout run. That way it makes it easier to get through stuff at this critical moment right now. Minus Codsworth actually killing that one blowfly, but well, whatever you get out of it is whatever you get out of it. But I will end the stream right here due to the fact that I mean, well, actually no, you know what, I'll go try to gain another level. That way get the gist of how I start this build off. Not sure how long it'll take to actually gain the next 2 levels. But no, that's not it. There we go. Got enough ammo, so I don't have to worry at the moment. Yes, I know I'm actually taking a risk on this. But oh well. Experience is experience. The faster you gain levels and experience, the better. So you come here. Dog meat comes running out. You meet him.
Hey, boy.
Talk to him.
You're all by yourself.
Get more experience. Usually I press triangle.
Okay then. Let's stick together.
So you can talk to him, trade, you can put stuff into him. So I'll put the 308 in the 308 rounds in there, the 38 rounds. Put the Bunsen burner in there. Put that in him because I don't have enough. Put that in there, those in there because I don't have enough of that either. Now I need to go in here because of weapons. So you R1 this and then you put it right there so we can switch through whichever one of these you want to use. But I like using gun. Well, I actually want to save the ammo, so I'll just stick to the tire iron. So get whatever's out of that stim pack. Get all this. So you can throw that inside your workshop at your main hub. This can be your secondary hub. Not sure if you're still here, Cat, but come around here. You can scrap a lot of stuff from here too. Usually there's stuff in there. Ooh, got lucky with the Nuka-Cola. You can grab that. Here's your chem station. You can scrap those. Ooh. Looks like I got company. Ah, dang it. Yeah, you just wait to kill everything. You don't have to worry about your you don't have to worry about anything. So get everything from here, from these guys. That's why I'm not really worried about the damage I take. I believe that's everything. So come in here, grab all this. You scrap some stuff from in here. Ooh, pipe pistol. Get those. Get the stim pack. Alright, dirty ashtray, that. Okay, so this workshop. You can exit it. You can transfer. You can actually take all the stuff from in there, transfer it to your main workshop. And if you can't make it back to your main workshop, you can always come to this workshop, store stuff in here, and then head back to your main hub and store stuff in there too later. Definitely makes it easier. So you grabbed all the stuff from there, come around this way. There's usually nothing in there, but you can find some later on that actually have food in there. Always grab everything from there. Nothing on the ground. Grab those. Usually a cash register has something. Not all the time, so it's not really guaranteed. Same thing with the cabinets. Grab the folder, grab the toaster. Nothing there. Normally there's stuff here. Your tin can. Normally there's something in there, but looks like there's nothing in there this time. Take the broom. Take the wrench. You can scrap that later. Grab what's in there. Usually there's stuff in there. More caps. Like I said, that can actually be upgraded later on. Usually there's stuff in there or in there. Surprised the chem cooler actually had something. Red rocket terminal. You can actually load holotapes in there instead of your actual Pip-Boy. That's up to you if you want to do that. Come around back. Trash bin. Cooler actually has something, which is surprising. Armor workbench again, your cooking station. So everything's right in the vicinity where you can actually do what you need to do. So now we come around back here. No, not there. There we go. It's like right here. So you want to take the extinguisher and everything else that's in here. That I believe you can scrap. Take that because you need that later. Take that, take that. Take those. Take that. Make sure you grab everything from here. Take that. Definitely need that for later. So now you can come in here to fight off whatever mole rats are in here for more experience. So I usually like crouching. Grab that, grab that, grab that. Or if you want, if you actually want to risk it, you can actually go to the gun, reload it. There's usually a mole rat somewhere down there, somewhere. If you're a good aim, you can actually get it, but I missed it. Missed it again. But can kill those right away, depending on how you actually lure them out and hit them. Yeah, and dog meat killed the last one, so don't really need to worry. This is why I'm actually glad having dog meat, because he helps out in a pinch. So, whew, I actually had a bottle cap. That's rare. So this is like right underneath where you're at. Grab that. You can stand up, grab that, grab that, grab that, grab that. Excuse me. Ooh, Nuka-Cola. It's usually rare to find. Can't grab that. Grab that, grab that. Grab that, grab that, grab that, grab that. Grab that, grab that. Grab that. Grab that. Grab that, grab that. So, there's always something in there. Come this way. This is actually the first path you want to go into. So you can grab that, grab that. I believe that's, grab the broom. That's it for, oh wait, there was something else there. Grab that. Definitely grab everything from here. More rounds means more opportunities to shoot and kill stuff. This is usually the path you want to go down to first. Because, yeah, you get radiation. Ooh. You get a fusion core. Quick and easy fusion core. Grab that. Come over here. Get that note. Get the pipe pistol. Ooh, 10mm rounds, which means more ammo. I really don't care about the rats. Because now, going to here. It's kind of a waste, but right away that can more rat meat. That wait, ah, dang it! I ate the wrong one. I should have gone with the grilled rat roach. Oh, so dang. Well, I might have messed up on that because I think those are multiples of 3. Okay, one in there, one in there. So you get everything from here, and then there's one more mole rat way over here. You can actually sneak up on. But it's the rabbit mole rat. It took way more than just one hit. Oh well. That's why it's always random what you run into. But it's fine. Got it out of the way anyways. Oh, I guess you can't pull that out of the water. Oh well. Dog meat, why are you in the way? There's nothing else here. So go to unlock this. That was close. Yay! Ooh, more bottle caps. Ooh. Now this is something that is actually interesting. Ghost-sided heavy pipe pistol. Pretty rare to find. Same thing with a leather leg, because that helps with believe damage and energy resistance. But it's something. It's actually a pretty great start in finding all your armor that you need for later on. Actually surprised I'm doing so well. So anyways, once I get outside, it does take a while for it to actually load up. Oh, which is usually a bad thing. So, perk chart. Once again, in your next level, Fortune Finder is the next perk you want to put your point in. Then once you gain your next level, after that, then you go Cap Collector. But I'm going to end I'm going to end the stream here right now. Thanks for tuning in. I mean, this is usually the build that I go with in order to be able to survive as long as possible. So I'm like very heavy damage resistant for later on, even though I'm gonna wind up using the lab coat as much as possible to be able to like survive encounters to get more experience, since that usually helps. Which reminds me, yeah, use that, so I'm back to full health. But yeah, that's how I do my build when I'm not running like before they even had put mods in here, that way you can run specific playthroughs, that way you can get through this a lot faster or easier. But this is the build I usually went with before that, so it makes it easier for me to actually be able to exploit the game, since the devs didn't even notice that you can actually use a certain trick that I will show a little bit later. But before I end the stream, oh wait, ooh, what did you find, boy? What did you find? Ooh,
Wait there.
ooh, he found something. Not sure what he found.
Hey. How you doing, buddy? Hey, boy. You know any tricks?
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Come here, you.
Heads up.
Okay, so I know he found something. So, that's actually interesting. He found a hard hat, which is so. Transfer the hard hat in the left leg because I can't use it. Put that in there because I won't use it right now. Weapons. I got a lot more 10mm pistol ammo, so or pistol, so that goes in there. Molotov goes in there. Pipe pistols will go in there. Barrel shotgun and short pipe action rifle go in there, so I won't be able to use it. Transfer. Oh wait. Come over here. Transfer. The 308 rounds, 38 rounds, fusion core, and shotgun shells. Okay. So, save that in there. Craft. Dang. I should have saved that other one. So I messed that one up. Could have actually had one more. But do that. So, and then I will end the stream right here. Okay. Save over this.